All right, welcome to our home buying workshop here. We're going to talk today about the buying experience. I'm going to share with you what's happening in Broward County around the real estate market for residential real estate. And we're also going to share some consuming saving tips around mortgage and insurance, the actual process of buying and selling, and what's happening in the market. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Jay Sarmek. I am a realtor here over 10 years in the business with the J Team Global with Keller Williams Realty Professionals. And today I want to share with you the buying experience. Now, normally, a lot of what you're going to see today is something I like to do one-on-one with my clients. So this is the beginning of a consultation we're going to have together. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I want you to understand is when I work with a client, it's always about you, your needs, your dreams, your questions, your timeline, and ultimately your wealth. So we're going to work to understand your unique lifestyle, your needs, your wishes, whether you're selling or buying a home. It's just more about your next move. It's really about your life. Now, you may not know this, but the average net worth of a renter is around $5,000 versus a homeowner. The average net worth could be over $230,000 or more, especially here in South Florida. So there's value in home ownership. And if this is your first time buying a home or your 10th time buying a home, we're going to make sure that we guide you on this and help build wealth for you and your family. Now, the buying process we're going to go through today, we're going to start with the getting started. We're going to share with you what's happening in the market, and then we're going to see what happens once we find a home to actually get to the closing table. And ultimately, our goal is mission accomplished. You bought your home, the dream home that you're looking for. Now, we have a needs analysis. Now, this one we're going to dive into once you know you're ready to buy a home here in South Florida. We're going to set up an appointment, and one-on-one, we're going to ask more questions about what are your goals, what kind of home are you looking for, what's important to you about the size of the kitchen, all that great stuff. And I truly see myself as a real estate consultant. So we're going to do a needs analysis instead, spend time on there, come up with our biggest goals, find the home that meets your needs, and we'll keep coming back to this in the event we don't find what we're looking for right away. Now, one of the biggest things when buying and selling a home is always about securing financing. Now, if you're fortunate enough to pay cash, you can close very quickly, and there's no limit of resources here in South Florida to take that cash and purchase a home. However, with interest rates insanely low, in some markets even less than 3%, they're historically low. So even those with cash are taking advantage of the low interest rate and then saving that money up for other investments or rehabbing their home. So we want to make sure that we help you secure your financing. And I'm going to share with you today how to save thousands on your mortgage. Now, they're going to ask for normal required documents. They're going to review the loan programs, decide what you're going to put down on a home. If you're a veteran, we have loans that would as little as 0% down. For VA, FHA, we have loans at 3.5% down, and a lot of conventional loans even down to 3% or less. Now, we're going to help you obtain a pre approval amount. There's a pre qualification, which is you basically telling a bank, I can afford this, then giving you a letter of approval. But that doesn't actually work when you go to buy a home because they haven't validated your tax records and all your information. So we want to make sure that we get you a pre approval amount. So that way we know exactly what we're looking for and what price range to stay in. This is something I would recommend we do at the beginning of the buying process. That way you know exactly what kind of home you can afford, where you want to keep your monthly payments. Then we'll stay within that price range. Now, we've got a lot of partnerships with lenders. I've got a local in-house lender called Supreme Lending. They do amazing work. They've got tons of condos that could be purchased in South Florida for 3% down. When typically buying a condo, you might need anywhere from 10 to 25% or more in purchasing a condo in cash. So taking advantage of a great loan program like that is a amazing opportunity. We've also got our own in-house mortgage called Keller Mortgage. This is a new product. It's been about 3 years. It has saved clients millions of dollars. We don't charge any origination fee. There's no lender fees, no underwriting fees, and no loan processing fees. And if it's over $150,000 loan, we will give you $1,000 of closing credit at the end. And we're very competitive in interest rates. We have an entire division dedicated to making sure that our interest rates are the best in the industry. That's just a couple of the resources we have. Now, I shared with you consumer savings. So I want to share that we have a couple great ways to do this. And that works whether you're currently in a home, not ready to buy yet, and you want to refinance and take advantage of the insanely low interest rates right now. If you've purchased a home, even in the last 3 years, interest rates anything below 3%, is a great time to take advantage of that interest rate. So we have these products here with the whole intention of saving you money. So these are things that my company has that we're eating the cost of so that you can save the money on purchasing a home, refinancing your home, and even on home insurance. So if you go to savings.jteamglobal.com, which I will share the link with everybody who watches this and who follows along with us, you can go there and actually click to see about saving on money and refinancing, a purchase of a new home. And we do everything with this mortgage company, by the way: VA, FHA, USDA, conventional loans, and we even do jumbo loans up to $3 million. So there's probably a product there for everyone. And I've also got my local in-house lender as well, if you're looking for someone locally to have a conversation with that can guide you on the best program. And why not shop both? So if you want multiple sources to look at, be sure to reach out and I'm happy to connect you with those. We've also got a company called Keller Covered. This is unique. It's an actual home shopping experience for home insurance. So it's kind of like that Progressive price adjust when they see the auto loans. We're actually going to look around and shop around for the best home insurance rate for you. This is your ability to save up to 30% right now if you're currently in a home and looking to save on home insurance. Actually, it works on if you are going to buy a new home and want to save money on the new insurance. Plus, it even works for renter's insurance. So maybe you have a kid or someone in your family who could take advantage of these savings. This isn't just locked to you. And these products, by the way, work in 49 states. So Keller Covered works in all 50 states. Keller Mortgage is available in all 49 states. New York is still being worked on and coming soon. So if you have family in California, we'd love to help them too. If you have family in Chicago, New York, wherever we can service, we're able to help. So that's just a great way to save money on buying a home. So now you can go into that home with the peace of mind of knowing you're going to get a great rate, save money, and a lot of people are saving anywhere from, in this market, $5,000 to $10,000 on the purchase of a home. What could you do with an extra $5,000 to $10,000 in your pocket to make that home your own? So that's a great thing that we share. We've also got the ability of just making sure we help you find the right home. So there's a lot of things we're going to do. And I think the misconception is the real estate agent finds the home. But here's the reality: we don't tend to find the home anymore. We're here really to negotiate the home. So don't be surprised if you find the home first. You're going to get alerts from me once you tell me what you're looking for. I'm going to send you the alerts as fast as I can. But the reality is, you're probably looking at a home 24/7 because that's what you're thinking of. So if you find it, that's okay. Don't be worried. That is normal. We're going to make sure that you see all the different homes for sale, but don't just think about homes that are currently for sale. We actually work with a lot of for sale by owners. So if you're in a neighborhood that you know you want to live in and you see one of those for sale by owner signs, don't try to negotiate with that person. They're trying to save money too. Contact me and I will reach out for you, because most of them are happy to pay me my commission while saving you money. And then that way you both will take advantage of this and you'll be represented at a high level. We've got a list of foreclosures, but I'll share with you, it's very little. There's very few foreclosures. And even with everything happening in our market, people have so much equity in their home, they're probably not going to have a foreclosure. And off market homes, I've actually got a massive database of people that would sell their property who maybe just want to know if someone's interested before they think about selling. So if we don't see the home that you're looking for yet, we have an entire database of people that we can reach out to. And if you tell me the neighborhood you're looking for, we have no problem calling, texting, emailing, and dropping door by door to that neighborhood to see if they're thinking about selling, because we have a buyer looking. And new construction, there's tons of new construction here in South Florida. While a lot of it is condos, all the new constructor companies will work with a real estate agent. The one trick, you have to register with us and we have to register you to the new construction. Otherwise, we can't represent you. And the neat thing is, it doesn't cost you anything to work with us and work new construction. But here's the difference: if you go to the builder by yourself, you're talking to the salesperson who works for, well, the builder, not you. So they're always going to do what's best for the builder. If I'm in there, I can help negotiate on your behalf, get you more packages, see if we can't negotiate a deal to make sure that the terms are comfortable to you. And the best part is, they will happily pay commission to me to do that, and it doesn't cost you anything. So take advantage of that. We're here to help you wherever that home is, whether it's on the market, off the market, we're here to help. And don't be surprised if you find the home first because you heard from a neighbor, you saw it on Facebook, Zillow, wherever you're looking. There's no wrong answer. We're here to help you get the home of your dreams. Now, making an offer, I'm going to share with you what's happening in Broward County. So once you find that home, let's say we find the beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home on the intercoastal, you love it, you're ready to move. What happens? How do we make an offer? Well, here in Broward County, the first thing we want to know is what's happening to the market. So first thing to understand is months of inventory. We have 1.7 months of inventory for both condos, single family homes. What that means is if no new home came on the market today, we only have enough homes to sell that will take 1.7 months till they're all gone. So it's extremely low inventory. I'm sure you've been hearing that actually for a couple of years. This time last year, we were at about 3 to 4% inventory. So it's even tighter. Homes still sell, and we still help buyers get a home. So don't feel like this is a frustrating thing. I'm just sharing with you what's the current market. So a balanced market is usually around 6 months. 6 months of inventory means it's not a seller or buyer market. In 1.7 months of inventory, it means as a buyer, you're probably not going to be able to ask for a lot of stuff. So let's take advantage of things like Keller Mortgage to save you money so we don't have to ask the seller for money. And that might get you into the home above somebody else who needs to get money from the seller. Now, when we look at the list to sale price ratio, so a lot of times I hear clients say, I don't want to overpay for a home. We'll always make sure you never overpay for a home. But they also will say things like, well, can I get a deal? Like, can I get, $20,000 off of a home or 20% off? No. Unless the home has been on the market for a long time and it's severely overpriced in this market with the inventory as tight as it is, if you want to get in the home, we're going to be offering as close to listing price as possible. So the average of all the homes that sold are at 98% of listing price to sales ratio. Meaning if it was a $200,000 house, you're going to be offering at least 195,000. Now, homes that are selling quickly are actually going for above that. I know several homes that even went for $20,000, $30,000 over ask price because there was such a low inventory that drove the prices up. Now, the good news is it was worth that and the home value will stay there. So don't be afraid if someone priced it strategically and you look at maybe paying over. I want to set that expectation so you don't go in there thinking you're going to save all this money. We will find you a way to save money through the consumer savings, but our goal is to get you into the home because here's what we know. Eventually, this inventory and all the prices are going to change, but home values keep going up. So if you want to take advantage of the market at the interest rates the way they are now, you could buy more house for less today than you will in the future. Now, days on market, it's taking an average of 46 days. Yet I know many homes that do really well and are nice and priced well in a great area that look good are going to be selling within the first week and will usually close within 30 to 40 days. So it just means homes are moving fast, but don't worry if you need a little bit more time to get out of your current situation or if you need to sell your home to buy a home. This is also a negotiation tactic that we can use. Now, once we narrow it down to actually putting in your offer, I'm going to do what's called a 5-5-5 strategy. We're going to look at the 5 homes for sale, most like the home you're looking at, 5 homes that went under contract like the home you're looking at, and then the 5 sold properties. This will give us a well-rounded balance of what are people asking, what's actually getting people to make an offer, and then what did it sell for. That way we can come up with the best price. And when it comes to negotiation, that's really where you see my value is understanding the market, understanding the buying and selling process, and really negotiating and guiding you on your behalf. So that's what we're going to do to make an offer. Now, if we look at this data a little bit deeper, I actually study this every month, every week, and we have a quarterly statistician that comes in. So we really study these numbers at a high level. That's my big job, is to make sure I understand the market and how to navigate you best. So as you can see here, this is all of Broward County. This is all single family homes and condos for sale, no matter the price range. Now you'll see here, if we look at November, because we're still in December, so we don't have December's numbers yet. At the end of November, we had over 10,000 homes for sale, condos and homes, and we sold almost 3,000 of those. Out of those 3,000, we also had another 3,000 or 3,200 that went under contract. So the light line is your for sale, your dark line are the people that actually sold their home, and the red line are your pending sales of who went under contract, meaning someone put an offer in and it's no longer on the market, but it hasn't quite closed yet. Now, in this situation, this is where we're at that 1.7 months of inventory. But I'll share with you that 10,000 homes for sale. A majority of those, over 7,000 of them, are condos. If we look at the single family home market only in Broward County, this is how low our inventory is. This time last year, we had over 5,000 homes for sale. However, now we've only got less than 3,000. But homes are still selling. You'll actually see the dark green line has gone up over the last several months and the last year. And the pending sales are still up. So homes are flying off the market. That just means we need to be strategic. We need to make sure we're ready to buy and sell and whatever we have to do to get into the home. And then this is why you need a skilled real estate agent to purchase a home, because the right person will get you into the house. And honestly, we have a lot of agents who have a license and not everyone has the same skills. My 10 years of understanding this and teaching agents at a high level and taking negotiation classes over and over again, I'm going to put myself to work to get you into the home that you need and make sure that you are one of these green homes that actually get to buy. So that's what we're looking at here in South Florida. Now that's what's happening in the market. Now, here's the cool thing. I'm a team. So you're actually not just going to get one person. And by the way, there's no cost to you to hire a real estate agent typically. So we have no cost to you to actually work with us. And we're able to make sure that you have me to work with. I've got people that might help us with showings in the event you need to see a home and I'm not available. I promise we'll get you into the home when you need to see it. So I've got a showing assistant. I have a transaction coordinator who will make sure the second we're under contract, everything gets done. No I not dotted and T not crossed. We'll make sure everything is done so that it's a smooth transaction. And they're going to follow up with people like your lender, your home inspector, your title, your escrow. They're going to take care of all that. The power of that means you and I can work on getting the home you need, and then you can rest easy that we're going to communicate with you at a high level, everything that's going on, and let you know what's happening in the process so that we can get you into the home of your dreams. Now, here's the 10 things to be aware of when you're buying a home. And you might have heard some of these before, but it's always good to review them. I kind of call this like my 10 commandments. This is what you cannot do if you're buying a home. So the second we're ready to go buy a home and you go get your pre-approval, unless you're paying cash, this won't matter to you. This is only for financing. But if you're financing the home, first, do not quit your job or become self-employed. Changing your job, doing that is going to affect your ability to get a mortgage, and then we won't be able to buy the home now. Number two, don't buy a car, truck, or any vehicle. Don't change anything that's a big expense right now. The second we close on your home, go buy it like crazy. And if you want, I'll even go with you to the car dealership to get you a good deal on the car too. Don't do that while you're in the buying process. Number three, don't excessively use your credit cards or cancel any card, and don't fall behind on payments. This will all impact the bank's decision to give you money. And if anything changes, they're going to run your credit and check your debt to income ratio at the beginning of this journey, in the middle, and right before the closing. So even the day of, some places are now verifying your employer, running your credit again, and making sure everything matches, which really just makes the bank feel comfortable and giving you a loan. The second you've closed on the loan, have fun, go on a spending spree, whatever you need. Number four, don't spend money you set aside for the closing. Now, typically in South Florida, the closing costs are anywhere from 1% to 2% of the purchase price. And that's going to be different things like paying for the title. You will have to pay for an inspection, different things like that. Now, we do have the cost savings of Keller Mortgage and Keller Cover to save you money in different ways. But make sure any money you set aside for that, you don't spend. Number five, don't leave out any debt or liabilities from your loan application. Make sure they know everything. And then don't buy furniture on credit. I know it's tempting. There's great sales right now at the end of the year to buy furniture. Hold off until you've purchased your home and closed. Once they've given you the key and all the money and documents have been done, then go get the furniture of your dream and have it delivered. Don't originate any inquiries in your credit. Don't even apply for the credit cards, even though they're asking you to get discounts. That can impact your ability to get financing. Don't make any large deposits or withdrawals without checking your loan officer first. If they see a big move of money, like $10,000, $20,000, even if you're just moving it from account to account, it could just cause the bank to pause. Check with your loan officer first to make sure. And definitely don't change bank accounts. That's going to impact the history of what they're looking at. And going to a new bank could risk what your money does. And then don't co-sign it for any loans. Even though they might be your best friend or your family member, if you co-sign on that loan, it affects your debt to income ratio, even if you're not fully responsible for the loan yet. So these are just the 10 commandments of what not to do when buying a home. So keep that in mind. This might be one of those little flyers you print out, put on your fridge. Just make sure you don't do anything crazy. If you need any help with this or any questions along the way, just ask us. That's what we're here to do, to consult, to guide, and make sure you know what's happening in the process. So we talked about the consumer savings. We talked about the market. Here's what buyer beware. So let's talk quickly about what does it go from making an offer to the closing table. So once we find the home that you're looking for, it's my job to make sure we go and make an offer. Now, when we make the offer, you and I are going to come up with a price that you're comfortable with. I will never tell you a price. I will always guide you on what the market says, and you will always choose the price that we put down. Then we're going to make sure we negotiate the terms and look at stuff. So I'm going to make the offer. We're going to fill out the paperwork together, and then I'm going to negotiate the terms with the other agent, and they're going to work with the seller. Now, negotiation is going to turn into one of two things. Either number three, they're going to accept our offer, which means, yay, we're under contract and we're in the process of purchasing the home. Or they could just reject it and say, actually, we don't agree. We counter back and give you a different offer. In which case it would come back to you. We would look at that offer, renegotiate, and send it back to them, or just sign it and agree, and we're both under contract. Or in this market, if we offer too low of a price, a lot of sellers aren't even talking to us. So that's the kind of thing we want to look for. So we're ready to make an offer. We're going to look at the data, and then we're going to guide you on what to do there. So let's say that works out. We negotiate and they accept our terms. Congratulations, we are now under contract. We become one of those pending sales that you saw. However, now we need to really finish the loan process. Most of that loan process is just finalizing the paperwork to confirm everything's good. Then they're going to order the appraisal, which the bank is going to order. And if you do it through Keller Mortgage, we order it up front, which saves us on the process of getting the home closed quickly. And in the event you don't buy the home, we actually will eat that cost. A lot of companies will charge you for it and not refund you for that unless you buy another home with them. Now, we also have the ability to get an inspector in. So I've got 3 great companies that do a great job in inspections, and they're going to be involved with you and checking the home and stuff there. Now, their job is to look at every nook and cranny of that home. I don't want that to alarm you. So a lot of the ones that I've partnered with are going to consult you on what that means. So don't be afraid if you see a light fixture needs fixed and they have a crazy number on the estimate that it might take hundreds of dollars, when we know it's probably a $20 light fixture at Lowe's and all it needs is installed. However, their job as an inspector is to give you a ballpark. In the event we do need something major done, like the roof or windows or something like that, that's when we actually get a licensed professional to give us a quote. So the inspector is going to look at everything and inspect it and tell you what's the good, bad, or ugly about a home. Yet at the end of the day, everything can be fixed. Even if that means the home has to be brought down to dirt and rebuilt, everything can be remedied. So we're going to guide you on that. And that's what's going to happen in the title and inspection appraisal. Then we're going to go to title and escrow and loan docs. That's where the title companies, which are lawyers and law firms, are going to research the history of the home and make sure it is clear and free of any liens against the home or anything like that. Then we're going to sign the documents and the loan funding. That's when we get to the actual closing table. Don't worry, we will walk through the home before, once they've moved out, to make sure everything is good and move-in ready. And then once all the signing is done and loan's been funded, that's when they record it to the state and you're officially the homeowner. So that gets us to our closing day, which is our mission accomplished. We're going to make sure we review the documents. Like I said, we're going to look at all the titles. You're going to get enough time to look at everything around the home to make sure it's the best decision. We're going to have a closing appointment so that you can get with the closing company to get everything done. Don't worry if you're moving from out of state in any way. We actually have the ability to do some of this even virtually or stuff there. The funds, we're going to make sure all the money is moved that we need to. Any down payments are wired to the closing company, make everything arranged so that it can close quickly. You're going to sign the documents. It's going to be recorded to the state. And then congratulations, we get the honor of handing you keys to your new place. So you're going to be a homeowner and continue your wealth building journey. At the end of the day, our goal with all this is just to place your trust in us. So our promise is we know you'll be satisfied with our service. And if you aren't, we'll make it right or we'll cancel the contract. We do stand behind our ability to find you the right home at the right price. Everything home in one place. So my name is Jay Cermak. That is our buying process here in South Florida. Make sure if you're interested in selling as well, we have a webinar coming on that. And if we can be of service to you, don't hesitate to reach out. Take advantage of those consumer savings at savings.jteamglobal.com. Feel free to reach out to us. My number is 954-372-0188. You can also email me at info@jteamglobal.com, and you can visit our website, jteamglobal.com. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you found value in this in the home buying process. If you're ready to get started, reach out to us so we can do our needs analysis. Check out our mortgage resources, and I can get you in touch with my personal lender here in Supreme Lending, and we can get you started on the process of buying a home.